So I wanted to make a video that was a really simple kind of yoga flow, or at least like a foundational yoga flow. There's kind of twofold. One, you can chuck it in whenever you want, get on your mat for like 5-10 minutes. And two, hopefully to bring you past that first sort of like, oh, I can't do yoga feeling. So when I first went to a yoga class, and I think a feeling that a lot of people have is you go and you have no idea what's happening. And so the idea behind this is to kind of just teach you a few basics so that when it comes to doing the other classes that I have on my YouTube channel already and the ones that are to come, you feel like you've got like a bit of a basis from which to build upon. So we're going to make it really simple. You're just going to come to a seated position. And you want to feel comfortable here, so you could be sat on like a blanket or a pillow, or even a yoga block if you've got one. If this doesn't feel comfy, you just elevate your bum. And you're going to bring your hands onto your legs and close your eyes. So it's a super simple way to begin. We're just going to begin by paying attention to the breath. And the idea is that you get out of all of that crazy in your mind, that sort of the rush, and you just come for a second to a place that's still and slow. So take a full breath in and take a full breath out. And go again, full breath in, feel your whole body expand, and a full breath out. And you can just continue for a few more at your own pace, your own time. Stay slow, steady, and let go of everything that isn't on your mat just for a couple of moments, just for a few more minutes. And then blink open your eyes. And from here, just wrap your arms, right arm underneath left, and take hold of opposite shoulders. If you've got a bit more space, you can reach a bit further and just take a big squeeze as you draw your elbows towards each other, like you're trying to pull your shoulder blades apart. Take a big breath in. And then exhale, release the hands, go the other way. So left arm underneath right, do exactly the same, opposite shoulder blades. Squeeze the arms together, pull the shoulder blades apart, take a big breath in. And then exhale, release, take the hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. And then squeeze the upper arm bones together, bend the elbows. Inhale, pull your hands down to the ground and begin to lift up through the chest as you take your hands away from your bum. Big breath into the chest, widen across the collarbones, and then exhale, take both hands to the right hand side. Wrap your right elbow forward, and then drop your right shoulder to your right ear and your left shoulder down. And you've got all this stretch through the left hand side of your neck. Still slow and steady with your breath, and take the hands to the other side, left elbow forward, left ear to left shoulder, right shoulder down. And make sure you're not nodding your head, you are definitely going through the side. And then exhale, release. Okay, come forward to hands and knees. So, with our hands and knees, we want the hands to be shoulder distance apart and not to have the kind of hands like this. We want the index fingers facing forward. So we've got this slight turn out in the hands. And we're just going to begin by a bit of weight bearing. So, index fingers forward, slight spin out. Biceps forward, triceps back, and just begin by a couple of circles. So it's like you're shifting all of the weight through the outside edges of the hands and into the fingertips. And kind of get used to pressing down into the knuckle, the first knuckle, and the base of your thumb, and then just go in the opposite direction. And you might kind of feel a little bit of a pinch in the wrists, but we're just beginning to find a bit more mobility there, a bit more flexibility there, so we want to round up into it. Couple more. So beginning to kind of get used to moving with your breath as well. So inhale, you'll come forward, and exhale, you'll come back. Okay. So pause, shoulders stacked over wrists, biceps forward, triceps back. Like you're spinning your shoulder blades onto your body, and then tuck your toes under. Inhale, we're going to find what you call cat-cow. So we're going to lift the tailbone, pull the heel of the hands towards your knees, pull your chest through the arms, and look up. And then exhale, round the back. So press the hands and the feet away from each other as you round through the spine and tuck the chin. Go again, inhale. Heel of the hands pulls back to the knees, shoulders roll back, pull your chest forward, look up. Exhale, press the hands down, hollow the belly and tuck the chin. And we'll do one more and then we'll add on. So inhale. Big breath into the chest, pull the heart through, and then exhale, round the back and tuck the chin. Okay, before we add on, we'll start the same. So inhale, tailbone lifts, pull the chest through. Now this time, press the hands down, round the upper spine, toes press away so much your knees hover. Micro hover, tiny hover, and keep pressing down into the hands. Get used to that weight bearing and then drop the knees. We'll go one more, inhale. Lift the chest. Exhale, round. Press into the hands, tuck the chin, hover the knees. But then this time, lift the hips high, begin to lengthen out the legs and come into a downward facing dog. Okay, so downward facing dog. If this is new to you, don't worry. What we want is this kind of V shape with the body. So we don't want this kind of round and low back. And we don't want something that's super, super long like a plank. We want something in between. So we've got a bit of a bend in the knees, so we've got more ability to shift the pelvis. The head and the ears are in line with the arms. The hips are lifting nice and high. We've got this straight line from the fingers all the way up to the hips. Okay, and it doesn't matter if your heels never touch the ground, but that's not the aim of your yoga practice. Sure, sometimes it feels nice to lengthen out your hamstrings, but it's not the aim. If it feels nicer to bend the knees, go for it. Okay, let's find our breath here. So one part of yoga is our ability to breathe in these situations that are kind of tough. So inhale, exhale. Good, inhale, and exhale. Okay, on your next inhale, come as high as you can on your tiptoes. Now imagining that you're adding that cat-cow motion, we're going to begin to round the spine, but come forward to a plank pose. So pull up that energy from the legs, soften the knees so you can tuck the tailbone, and then begin to roll forward. So you're rounding your back, just like in a cat. Begin to round between the shoulder blades, send the chest forward, plank. And then as if you were going through a cow pose, where we drop the chest, bend the knees, lift the tailbone, press the hands down and forward, and glide back. Downward dog. We're going to do two more. Inhale, tiptoes. Exhale, bend the knees, tuck the tailbone, pressing into the feet, begin to round that spine. So pull the front of the body up to the back of the body. Keep pressing down into the hands, pull the chest forward, plank. Exhale, bend the knees, lift the tailbone, and glide all the way back. Downward dog. One more. Inhale, tiptoes. Exhale, bend the knees, tuck the tailbone, begin to round your way forward. So press into the hands, round, press, pull front body up to back body, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, soften the knees, lift the tailbone, and glide all the way back. Downward facing dog. Okay, let's pause here. Remember the breath at the start, full inhale, full exhale. Okay, and then with soft knees, look to your hands. We're going to walk the feet to the top of the mat. When they get there, feet go about as wide as your mat. Take hold of opposite elbows, bow the head, and begin to gently sway from side to side. Getting all of your weight just hang down towards the ground. Big breaths in and out through the nose. Now let the knees be soft. Let your body be really soft here. This really gentle way to stretch out the hamstrings. It's so nice. And just kind of flow through it. You might find areas that feel a little bit niggly and sticky, and just kind of press into them and then carry on. Okay. Hands are heavy, tuck the chin, begin to roll up to standing. Now press the feet down like you're pulling the energy up through the body. Ripple through the spine, roll the shoulders back, lift the head. Step your feet about hip distance apart. Okay, so if a sun salutation means nothing to you, don't worry, we're going to go through it. Inhale, arms to the sky. Extend through the fingers, slightly tuck the tailbone. Exhale, soften the knees as you take a forward fold. Your hands do not have to find the ground, they can find the legs, bow the head. Inhale, halfway lift, we find flat spine. So shoulders back, hands come onto the legs. If you're more flexible, they can stay on the floor. We want a flat back. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, pull all that energy back up, roll through the spine, lift through the crown of the head, arms come up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, let's move through this with the breath. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, ripple all the way up through the spine. Extend the arms up to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart. Okay, if that's the start of our sun salutation, let's begin to add it together. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. And exhale, take the hands to the ground. Now step your feet back into a plank position. So we've got the shoulders over the wrists, the biceps spinning forward. You can drop your knees if you need to, but keep that chest pulling forward, the shoulder blades pulling back. Take an inhale. As you exhale, drop your knees and then bending your elbows, but keeping them close, come all the way down to lying on your mat. Point your toes. Tuck your pelvis under and then inhale, little lift, cobra. So not kind of like pressing into the shoulders and dumping into the lower back. Elbows bent. Pull the chest forward, keep the shoulder blades down. Exhale, lower. Tuck your toes under, press up to hands and knees like we did before. Hover the knees and glide back. Downward dog. Take a full breath in here. Press the hands down and forward. Pull the energy up through the legs, hips nice and high. Exhale, soften the knees, look forward, make your way to the top of your mat. On your inhale, take a halfway lift. On your exhale, forward fold. As you inhale, soften the knees, pull all the energy up through the spine, extend into the fingers. And exhale, bring your hands to your chest. Okay, we're gonna go again, just like that. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, strong legs, shoulders back, halfway lift. And exhale, hands to the ground. Step those feet back, left foot back, right foot to meet it. Shoulders over wrists, biceps forward, triceps back, chest forward, inhale. Exhale, knees down, elbows close, chest down. Inhale, press the toes into the mat, back bend, pull the chest through, keep the legs nice and strong. And then exhale, lower, tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths as you are. Inhale. Exhale. Gonna keep pressing the floor away. Pull your low belly in. Keep the arms nice and strong. Drop your belly down towards your thighs and then bend the knees, look forward. And make your way to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. And soften the knees, pull all the energy up, come all the way up to standing, extend through the fingers, exhale, hands to heart center. One more, inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, shift a bit more weight into your toes, exhale, hands down, step back, plank pose, press the floor away, send your chest forward, shoulder blades back. Exhale to lower, elbows in, chest forward, inhale, back bend, pull the chest through the arms, strong legs. Exhale, glide back, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Let's go for 5 breaths here. Okay, micro bend the knees. Spin your armpits so it's like they're trying to face each other across your chest. We've got this width across the back. Low belly in, press the feet and the hands down. Maybe shift a bit more weight into the feet if that feels nice. One more breath in. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, make your way to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale, and then soften those knees. Come all the way up to standing, arms to the sky. This time, come as high as you can on your tiptoes. So lift up through the fingers, extend, 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 and then exhale, slow motion, begin to bend the knees. Now the higher that you reach, the easier this is going to be. So keep reaching, keep reaching, keep reaching. And then as gracefully as you can, sit down. Okay. From here, extend your right leg out, bring your left leg in as close as you can to your body. Your right hand comes to the inside of your right thigh and your left hand comes behind your head. As you inhale, begin to wrap that left elbow back. Now slide your right hand down the inside of your right thigh and you should feel this all the way through that left side of the waist. Okay, if that's enough, you're going to stay here. If you want to add on, you can reach the left arm up and over, but don't compromise by kind of twisting. We want to keep the chest open, the elbow, the shoulder rolling back. Maybe close the eyes. If it's a bit hard on the neck, you can shift the gaze down, but keep the chest spinning high. Left knee moves away from you, left hip moves away from you. Take one more breath. And then big inhale to come all the way back up. Swap over. Left leg extends, right leg comes in. Left hand to the inside of the left thigh, right hand behind the head. Inhale, wrap that right elbow back, chest spins towards the right thigh. Slowly the left hand spin and draws down towards the toes, but stay spinning to the right. You can extend the right arm if you would like. Keep the right knee dropping down. Gaze can be high, it can be low. Maybe close the eyes if that's useful. Remember to breathe. On your next inhale, come all the way back out. Okay. Release those legs. Come down to lying on your mat. So roll yourself down. And we're going to take shavasana. So, one hand onto your belly and one hand onto your heart. Let your feet drop out to the sides and close your eyes. So shavasana, corpse pose, is often this part of yoga where like people leave early or you feel like you can miss it or skip it, and that's fine, you know, that's your decision. But actually, I think it's because it's the hardest part. Slowing down intentionally, so not taking a nap, intentionally you're being here, is a lot harder than and more uncomfortable than any other part of the yoga practice. So we're using the hands as like a bit of an anchor to make this a little bit, hopefully, a little bit easier. So your hands are a physical reminder of your breath. Like notice how the hands rise and fall as you're here. And every single time that your mind wanders onto something else. So what you're doing later, usually it's food, like what you're having for lunch. Whenever that happens, it's okay, but choose to come back. Choose to come back to these anchors. Just choosing to slow down. We don't do that very often, so enjoy it, revel in it. Last couple of minutes. Feel free to stay here as long as you want.